Kim Mathers, best known publicly as Eminem's ex-wife, is now facing sentencing in a Michigan impaired driving case. The court update is not a trial verdict, but it is a major procedural step, a no-contest plea that moves the case directly towards sentencing. If you follow public record crime cases and court updates, like this video and share it to support responsible coverage. On February 16, 2026 in Chesterfield Township, Michigan, prosecutors say Kimberly Ann Mathers was driving a white Range Rover when it struck a parked silver Dodge Ram pickup truck. Investigators said the force of the collision pushed the parked truck roughly 50 feet from where it had been. At first, this might have appeared to be a property damage crash. But prosecutors later said Mathers was impaired at the time and failed to stop after the collision. That detail became the center of the case. Not just whether a crash happened, but whether the driver left the scene while impaired. On May 11, 2026, Mathers appeared in 422 District Court in New Baltimore, Michigan. She was arraigned before Judge William H. Hackle III and then entered no contest pleas to 2 misdemeanor charges: operating while impaired and failure to stop after a collision. A no-contest plea is important because it is not the same as a public admission of guilt. In practical terms, it allows the court to treat the case as a conviction, but the defendant does not formally admit the facts in the same way as a guilty plea. In this case, the plea means the next question is no longer whether the case will proceed toward trial, but what sentence the court will impose. The charges carry limited misdemeanor penalties. Operating while impaired is punishable by up to 93 days in jail, while failure to stop after a collision is punishable by up to 90 days in jail. Prosecutors said those were the maximum charges available under the law based on the evidence. Macomb County Prosecutor Peter J. Lucido used the announcement to emphasize the public safety risk of impaired driving. His office said impaired driving is preventable and urged drivers to make another plan, call for a ride, or designate a driver. The public interest in this case is partly because of Mathers' connection to Marshall Mathers, professionally known as Eminem. Kim Mathers and Eminem were married twice, first from 1999 to 2001 and again briefly in 2006. They share a daughter, Haley Jade Scott, and Eminem also adopted Elena Marie Scott. But the legal issue in this case is narrow. The court is not weighing their past relationship, public attention, or celebrity history. The pending matter is the February crash, the impaired driving charge, the failure to stop charge, and what sentence will follow from the no contest pleas. As of the latest public reporting, Mathers is scheduled to be sentenced on June 17, 2026, in Macomb County District Court. Until that hearing, the unresolved question is whether the court will impose jail time, probation, fines, treatment conditions, driving restrictions, or some combination allowed under Michigan law. The defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. In this case, Mathers has entered no contest pleas, and sentencing remains the next confirmed step.